I actually, did I note that? Oh, I don't know if I noted that, but I noted it elsewhere. I think I noted it on my snow leopard. It is very rare for snow leopards to travel this far south. He is either desperate for food or he migrated his pride down here. Either or both are not good signs. Um, that was in my notes that I made about the snow leopard. However, that took a twist. Obviously, it was not a snow leopard acting in um, within his own um, within his own nature. He was acting as a trained companion of the hunter, but we still know that the leopards are from the north. Therefore, they're extremely rare to see this far south. Um, that being said, something reveals itself as a new danger. Let's roll an action and theme. Let me fill my coffee real quick. Take 5. Take a 5-minute break. This is a good moment for that. Um, Plus, that was pretty crazy, and I'm pretty spent on. Uh, yeah, yeah. I need 5 minutes after that. I'm still trying to process what everything that happened because there was so much back and forth. So, yeah, take 5, and we'll come back and we will roll on the action and theme table, and then we will get Tiva home. It doesn't require a journey. We're only a couple hours out. But we'll have to get home and heal up and all that good stuff. So let's take 5 and then we'll come back and do that. Cool. So, man, this is a freaking blast. Woohoo! Be right back. Woo! Will still give us the 5 minutes, but holy crap, that was intense. Wow. Well met, Ironsworn. Well met. Avenging Tiva's death. We have to assign a rank to that. We can do that while we'll We'll figure out when 10:45 comes around. We'll get back to it. Let's see. This should go in order. That should be no. I want it below the snow leopard. Why aren't you going below the snow leopard? There we go. I want to try to keep these in order so we have a kind of a timeline. As a matter of fact, you know what I can do? Watch this. The story of Rake. We'll make a session 1. Believe we can drop these right in here. During the battle with the snow leopard, Tiva was struck with an arrow from an unknown assailant. Battle with the archer was fierce and devastating. Rake was unable to dispatch the archer quick enough, and Tiva succumbed to her wound and died. Aight. And that should be session 1. Alright, that's the story so far. Wow. Everybody back? We're almost ready to get back going. We got about another... Because of the weird delay, we could probably go a little longer. Probably another hour-ish. Don't want to burn it all out either. But we'll see. You know, you gotta... That was really intense. Avenge Tiva's death. We need to assign this a rank. Let's hold off on assigning it a rank until we know what we're dealing with. From action and theme roll, we can get an idea. I want to try to figure out ways to leave... One of the tricky things to do with this game is leave the mystery in play. Oh, yeah. Once we start going too, once I learn the rules better, like you, gosh, thank you so much for helping me out on this stuff. Once we get a hang of all the rules, those things start to become, right now it's going to be the first couple episodes are going to be kind of muddling through the rules, figuring out the mechanics, and then once those things start becoming second nature, then we can really start digging into the role playing. Not that wasn't intense, because it freaking was, but you're also I have to pay attention more to the mechanics because it's. But I think we, a couple minor snafus and order things, but nothing really that impacted anything. Even the couple retcons we did didn't amount to any any significant change. Okay, so we're going to roll on the... let's clear this out. We're going to roll on the action and theme. Oh, thanks. We're trying. Action and theme. I appreciate. Yeah, it's easier to do it without the camera right now too. Like the other stuff with keeping the camera on is fine, but like right now it feels like I can get into it a little bit more because I'm not worried about that aspect of it. Pollute enemy. Pollute enemy. The body of the archer is not anything he has ever seen before. It's humanoid. It may have been elven at one point. But it no longer is. No longer was. And let's see, would Rake... This would be a horror of some sort. An undead. This creature was not of the living. It is nightmarish in features. It's garish. It's dark and broken and torn and tattered. Yet it was a skilled marksman, and Rake's heard the tales of the horrors. They were told to him as a child, but he's never encountered one himself. But it fits all the descriptions, and he's heard of travelers and explorers and adventurers talking of such things. This creature was not of this life, and his body is polluted, is tainted. But why was it sent here? Why was it hunting us? Was it hunting life in general? These questions were persisting, and he assessed the situation further. So now we're going to roll the gather information roll. So we're dealing with a horror that had a trained white snow leopard. Let's gather. Can't we do something? We have the... When you face danger, secure an advantage or gather information. Use your knowledge of tracking. Woodcraft. This is definitely not a woodland creature. I don't think this is going to apply here. I mean, we're going to look through its... if it has any belongings or pockets, or... we'll even... I mean, we'll look at the snow leopard, but it's still going to be outside of the scope, I think, of wild blood. So let's just roll straight up, gather information. We've got some momentum. I think this is an important roll. So we can help it along. Oh, did you see that? It was on a 10 and it rolled. Potentially the snow leopard is, but I wouldn't know by looking at it myself. Maybe I would. The angry roll. Yeah, it flipped from a 10, so we got a strong hit. You discover something helpful and specific. The path you must follow or action you must take to make progress is made clear. Envision what you learn or ask the oracle and take +2 momentum. So our momentum's rebounded nicely. The question is, we know he's undead. I don't think the leopard is undead. I don't think the leopard, and I don't think I'm not necessarily sure I'm going to label this thing as a zombie quite yet. It was more lithe. It was still skilled. And I think we could probably, so the attacker was undead. The attacker's pet was not. I mean, based on the tales, we would know for the most part either there's two reasons why undead exist or the horrors exist. They were either bound to this world for some reason and could not enter the afterlife, or they were raised from the dead and bound to some other master. And this was not a thing that the leopard came from the north. The leopard is from the north. Therefore, this attacker had a mission. Attacker's snow leopard was not undead and was from, and these creatures are from the north. Thus, this undead must have been bound to do someone else's bidding. I think that sounds about right. I think this is becoming a formidable, based on everything that we know, we're going to have to travel. But we found some specific, right? You discover something helpful and specific. So all this is we've already surmised. So what did we find helpful and specific? The craftsmanship of the bow and the arrows are unmistakably from a tribe to the north that Rake is very well aware of. The craftsmanship of the bow and the arrows are recognizable by Rake. They are from tribe to, let's find out what, here, let's go over to here. What is to the north? We can shut that down for a moment. We can shut that down for a moment. To the north, we have 3 areas. We've got Basili, Estesargis, and Viscos. So, excuse me. Let's do just a straight up D100 and 33, 33, 33. If we get 100, we'll roll again. So 33, 66, 99. If we get 100, we'll just roll again. $19. So he is from Basili. From the Pacific tribe from Basili. So let's come up with a name. Do we got a name? We can give it a... Let's give it a seasonal or environmental aspect settlement name, and then we can translate it to Stormrest. The Stormrest tribe. The Stormrest tribe is translations. So we're going to plug this in. Anybody want to here? I'm going to give you guys the link. You guys can. I'll give you guys the link, and then you can translate Stormrest for me if you want. Where is my? Bam. Did that come through? Where'd that come through? Did that come through? Chat. There you go. So, somebody want to translate that? That'll be the site. That's the site where we do. Just put it in as one word, and it'll come out. I need my Foundry. There we go. Stormrest. Excellent. My Sare. Thank you. My Sare. I have no idea. I did some research, and I was looking at all these different common to Elven things. Everything was like Lord of the Rings stuff, except for this one. This one has like some complex algorithm behind it, and it's not related to Tolkien at all. So that's kind of why I went with it. From the Mysair tribe. I think that's quite specific information. I think that's all we need to know. He's aware of the tribe. Is he aware? He's very well aware of the tribe. Is he aware of the location of that tribe? I'm going to say that's a 50-50. It's probably 50-50. He's traveled to the north. Arenal elves. Is that what that's from? Are those Aranal? Is that an Aranal translator? I didn't know. Oh, cool. Yeah, but I like. We'll roll this, and I'll show you what all these translate out to. I'm going to say he's got a 50-50 chance of knowing where that location is. Yes, he does. So he's very well aware of the location. Can I click that and copy and paste? Oh, you're the best. Can I do that with the... Oh, yeah. Can I now change the text on that? I think I can. This helps for consistency. What was it? The Mysayer. The Mysayer tribe is... We'll put them deep within the forest. We'll put them right... We'll put them closer to the coast. Okay. Scores. Mysayer. So we know a destination. Here, let me show you this real quick. What these translate out to. Basili means North Grove. Estazargis means Emerald Lock, which is the lake. 3, Viscos is the Grim Rocks. 4, White Coast is Shorelier. This is White Coast. The region we are in is Jalkas, which is Heartland with an H-A-R-T, not like the deer, not the... And Thorthir is Frostfields. 6 is Merdar, is the Sea Watch. And then these are the Forest Rapids, which are Theseus. Oh, Thesar Verdor. Thesar Verdor. Why did I get that? Why is that? Oh no, Thesar Verdor. It's right there. Seakal is the Haunt. Theseus is Farreach. And 10. Pendulum Sar is the Dragon's Tail. So that's what all that stuff means. So these aren't just coming from out of left field. So, Mysayer, I think that's quite a bit of information. What do we know about the Mysayer tribe? Is there any... Can we give them an underlying disposition, or is there a... I have no... Mysayer tribe, that's gonna be the name of the community as well. Location descriptors. Let me see what this... I'm gonna roll this to see what it is. But maybe we need... Let me see what this says. I don't even know what those... So it's primitive? Are they primitive? Yeah. So they're probably a more primitive tribe. Session 1. Oh, we don't. We want that in Avenge Tiva's death. The Mysayer tend to be a more primitive, tribalistic, more primitive, ritualistic tribe of of elves. All right. So Rake's gathered this information, and he has now taken what he can. That all that information is just what he, was able to glean, and there's nothing of the body that he wants. Normally, he would take the time to skin the leopard and take its meat, but he wants to. He's a bit broken and right now. He's shattered. His daughter is gone, and it takes every ounce of strength. Look at this. I closed this and restarted it, and I'm gonna have to look into this. I know supply was down 1. Supply was down 1. That was at 8. I'll have to figure out why that's not storing the numbers. But for now, just don't close it. Actually, Spirit 3? Spirit was 3. Nope. No, Spirit was 4. Nope, it was 3. That was it. Okay. He is tattered and broken. And it takes every ounce of strength and just willpower to gather up Tiva, her body, and start carrying her back. He'll actually, it's snow, so he'll actually can construct this crude the snow raft, like just that he can put her body in, so he can walk with her with the wood in her arms, or wood in his arms, and she's leaning up on it. I can't remember what they call those things actually. It might be a raft. But he starts his long. It feels long. It's normally 2 hours is nothing, especially in the snow. But this 2 hours is 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years. It feels like 2 eternities. A sled, thank you. Yeah, it's definitely like a sled. You know what I'm talking about, though. It's really the only way that he's going to be able to bring her back. He's got her bow with him. He grabbed her bow. He grabbed his bow. Any belongings. And eventually he reaches home. Question. Do we want to apply... Here's what we're going to do with this. Until I figure out how to, I want a threat meter attached to this. I don't know. I do not know if there's going to be a threat with this at this point. But just in case there is, it seems like one could... Actually, let's do it this way. Do, 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 do. Can we go 11? Can you go 11? Can you go 11? No? There we go. Threat. Can we make this equal in distance? Column, 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 column. We got table properties. So, width, height, advanced. Come on, give me some love here. Do something. Do something. Can we do 20? No. I want these to be equal distant. Just for fun, because it's a thing. It's a thing. Oh, oh, oh. There's 10 of these, right? So we make these all 10%. I like this. Two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10. Bam. Okay. We are attaching a threat meter to this because of two reasons. One, it's very likely there's a threat. They came from the north for a reason. We don't know what the reason is, but it's obvious there had to be some purpose. We also don't know the reason. Well, we don't know the follow-up information behind it, as far as where these undead came from. How do I Why is that selecting the whole table? Can I, like, commit the table? Because I want to take this cell and the obvious, you know what? The easiest thing to do is just take these, and we can copy paste these once we cell properties, and we can make center. I was going to blacken them out, but it's just easier to do it this way because I don't have to go into properties every time. We are going to I think it's pretty obvious there's a threat. We just have to assess the threat further, and that's going to take a journey. However, we also need a really good reason. Actually, this is, do we say formidable? That's the threat. Is finding that information, I think that's going to be equivalent. I think that should give us one milestone. Finding that information, that gather information on that strong success seems like, and it was after the vow was made, so we're going to give ourselves one success or one progress on this because we found out the location and we found out the nature of the attacker. I think that is those are both equates to one important milestone. This is my very first milestone. And I think it's a very fair milestone. I've watched some videos and sometimes they're very loose with what they call milestones. I tend to think that I want to be a little bit more, I don't know. I could be lying, but I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, so now if Tiva's dead, does she come off our bond list? I mean, is it still a bond? She stays, okay. Um, well, one of the things I know I want to do, I've got far too many wounds. We know there's a threat, and you can't take a hiatus. That's under relationships now, right? Yeah. When you spend an extended time recovering in a safe place while a threat is active, do any of the following. Clear any marked conditions, set your health, spirit, supply, and companion health to max, set your momentum to its reset value, then for each active threat, advance a threat. So, well, no, we can take a hiatus. We've got an active threat. Because we are using Delve. So we're going to return home. We're going to spend that time mourning our daughter, burying our daughter, going through the rituals of burying Tiva. This is all a personal, they lived alone in the woods. They had their own cabin together, and that's where he raised her, and that's where he taught her how to hunt, how to track, how to skin, how to everything. He taught her there. She was young as far as elves go, but you're talking, pretty close to a century to, living together. This is a monumental um, setback, impact in his life, and he wants to respect her properly and spend the proper time to grieve and to heal before he sets out. And the cost of that is advancing the threat on that. So we're going to take a hiatus. We advance the threat. And we get to reset everything on the tracks. We have a clean slate minus one important, loving daughter that is now enshrined in some aspect into the side of under her favorite tree that she climbed as a child, that she swung from, that she broke a leg falling out of, that he mended, and the grave is by tradition, the graves are typically very unceremonious, but their masks are wreathed in the form of like a blanket on top of their grave. So they're kind of mounted in place. She had traditionally elves have two masks. Tiva had three. She had one specifically for hunting. One that she would go to society, into communities and tribes with, and another that was specifically for they have masks that open the mouth so they are able to eat in public settings. They like snap, they latch. There's like a connection. They could do bottomless, like bottomless face, like you see um in the one screenshot, like the fox. That's actually her mask, is the fox mask. She carved it in the shape of a fox mask, and it has the bottom out. So she had those three masks. Um, And he spends that week um, properly mourning his daughter's life, um, and death. And whoops, I clicked on something bad. Don't open another window. Don't open another window. Don't open another window. I think that's. I think this is a good place to leave it for today. I know it's only like a half hour or 45 minutes after we took a little break, but I think this is a good stopping point. Um,